everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's game features two quarterbacks who always seem to find themselves in games that come down to the wire. It's Joe Flacco going up against Ben Roethlisberger. The towels are out, but it's set to be a cold one at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. That's where we'll say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, despite the elements, these fans here in western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one as you get a look inside snowy Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And hello again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden here in the booth. And Chuck, you take a look at this matchup. I don't know if it's going to be one in the trenches from the quarterbacks out, whatever. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, without a doubt. I can't wait to see the big fellas have an impact. We're always spotlighting those wide receivers and quarterbacks and running backs and even the defensive backs. But the big guys, I can't wait to see which one tilts the balance for their team.
This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by Big Ben, their veteran quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger.
He's one of the more exalted quarterbacks in the league, but I still don't think he gets enough appreciation for his ability to read defenses and lead his ball club.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
7 yards to go on second down.
Hey, hurry up, let's go!
Play clock winding down. On second down, Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Down to about the 22 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Here we go. Like 80.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Easy.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
When it comes to Elvis Dumervil, just throw your tape measure right out. He fits none of the qualities that you're looking for in terms of height, weight, speed, but he gets to the quarterback and puts him on his back.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by their veteran QB, the former Delaware Blue Hen, Joe Flacco.
If anything, I think Joe Flacco's underrated. He's a guy who leads his team to a lot of wins during the regular season, elevates his play in the postseason, and has a Super Bowl ring, was a Super Bowl MVP. Yet many times he doesn't get mentioned with the top quarterbacks in the league.
They come out here in the eye. They begin here with a run by West. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
This is West. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
All right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Here's West. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
So it is 3rd down now, but less than a yard to go. Third and just 1. It's Flacco surveying the field. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And in this weather, I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends whether they wear a glove, not wear a glove, how cold is it. You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love it. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Second down, Flacco now. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Fake to Allen. Here's Flacco. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3.
Kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They come out here in the eye. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Hurry up, let's go! Hurry up, let's go!
In motion left is Rodgers. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
Play clock winding down. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Easy, easy.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Holding offense.
Yeah, that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
In motion, James, the tight end. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 7-3 the score. More from the Steel City coming up after this. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. The penalty really backs up the offense here on first down. Now 20 yards to go. Brown, the lone receiver, left. In motion, James, the tight end. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The play clock's running down. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. That's caught at the 1. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Sammy Coates, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Moore now on the return. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Flacco looks to throw. Finding time. He hits his target. Left side, Watson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Here's Flacco. And Steve Smith hauls it in. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And it's brought in by Pitta. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West taking it in from 7 yards away, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And he knocks it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. A chance for us to look at this Baltimore defense again. See if they can regroup a little bit. They gave up the touchdown last drive.
And you know from our meetings with coaches all across the league, one of their pet peeves, when teams get down, a lot of these guys now, they want to treat it like it's a video game or something. Hit reset. Let's start over, coach. Out of the first 2 series, they don't even matter now. Let's play again. That's not how it works. You're down. You gave up a touchdown. You can't do it again. You have to dig in, grit it out, and fight it out. Reset buttons. It's driving everybody crazy. There are no reset buttons when you're playing in this game.
Preach, Chucky, preach. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And they'll give it to him here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Ready? 180.
In motion, James, the tight end.
Alert.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. Able to shake him off. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. C.J. Mosley in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep for the Ravens, Michael Campanaro. Time running out here on the play clock. Pressure comes, and it's blocked. The Ravens block it. But they will stop him before he gets to the marker, and they will take over after the block punt. Now, so much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
However form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
First and goal at the 3-yard line now. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Second and goal from the 1. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Defense likely bringing pressure here. Third and goal from the 2. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second down and 4. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump-off. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And he's got Rodgers. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now Roethlisberger, and that's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's second down.
In most pass defenses, the guy playing safety has the ability to roam free and try and go to the football. But when you're in man, you've got to cover just like a guy playing out on the corner. Lock up on the receiver and go to the football. That's exactly what he did, batting that one away.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Flacco. He's got time. And hauled in by Pitta. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So on 4th down, the Ravens will call on Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Taken in at the 11. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR.
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. Both teams have done enough to be leading here to this point, but in a close game, you know the second half is going to have some more twists and turns, which should lead to some excitement. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Steelers have it at the 9. Bell's going to dart up the middle, and he capped off the long drive with a touchdown. The Steelers take the early lead. Steelers have it at the 2. Pass will be completed over the middle, and he'd cap off the 9-play drive with a TD. The lead now at 11. Ravens with the ball midway through the second. West is going to look for a gap, and he cap off the long drive with the TD. Closing the gap to 4. Now to late in the second. Bell's wide open here on the catch, and he's going to go 51 yards for the score, which takes the lead to 8. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to Heinz Field for the start of the third quarter.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steelers defense getting ready here for this next possession. They've got the lead on the scoreboard. And just speaking of the scoreboard, forget it. When you're leading, whether the defense has given up 0 points or 30 points in that first half, is your coordinator a little more happy going into half 2 regardless?
It allows them to do a few more things because of what you just said. You're winning, so now they can get on you a little bit more if they want to. They can make the changes that they want and feel like everyone's locked in, because when you're winning, your attention is usually focused pretty well on your team.
They've got the lead right now. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack, and on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Operating off play action, Flacco. And he's got his man on the out route. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Play clock winding down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Brandon, the runs that tend to make the highlight reel are not these types of plays. But how about the effort? Hit in the backfield, fights his way back. He comes up a little bit short, but it could have been a whole lot worse.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Campanaro. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Second down, Flacco now. He's got time in the pocket. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Third and long for Joe Flacco. To the right side to Aiken. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Le'Veon Bell making his way back out onto the field now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case, it's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
The play clock's running down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Holding defense.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. On third down, Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Oh, you can't teach that.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do. but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time, and it's fourth down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. They're hoping to keep this margin right where it is, trailing third quarter. Don't want to get down anymore.
You're exactly right. They're in no position to give up any more points. They have to keep it in a spot where if their offense does catch a spark and get hot, they've got a chance to come back and win this game.
I guess the word manageable, you always want to keep it manageable, right?
Make sure that the game doesn't get away, and mentally you look up at the scoreboard and say, there's no chance of us coming back.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, now.
Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
We'll give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone.
And the play clock running down, so Mike Tomlin burns a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Bell. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In motion, James, the tight end. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
Quarter. Set. Black 20. 2. Quarter.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So now at 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary. A nickel look. And James has it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play. The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Flushed out right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And now here come the Ravens. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Play action. Flacco. And hauled in by Pitta. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he spins past him and into space. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Shift together here from the D-line. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. A red zone first down for Flacco. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Trying to pound it in with Dixon. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here's Flacco. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here we go, 4th down, 4th quarter. Flacco into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping them from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run it with Bell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll give him 8 on the play, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
I tell you, on 4th and 1, when you're way back on your side of the field, I thought this might just be an attempt to draw him off and get the 1st down that way. But they were going for it the whole time, and they wind up getting it.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete here. Sammy Coates, the intended target there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
All right, now, 180. Jack 16.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Elvis Dumerville coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
2-2.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
The play clock's running down. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Easy.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. He got 29 yards that time.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
These two.
Time running out here on the play clock. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Boswell for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Moore now on the return. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores, they have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays, that will be the key to this drive.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Going right side here, and that's complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together, not just throwing the ball. Trying to protect the quarterback now when you got the pass rushers coming at you, and maybe things are a little slippery on the field. The guys trying to cover downfield, wanting to make sure they keep their footing as the guys make their cuts. Looking back and locating the ball, you name it, it's difficult all the way around, but the guy throwing it, he may have the toughest task.
Second down now after the incompletion. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
False start, offense.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Flacco will take to the air again. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And the Ravens defense, they get ready, and they trot back out onto the field. Last drive, touchdown, surrendered. Here, see if they can stop them.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders, as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing. I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a gain.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Play clock winding down. Now Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Here we go. Black 80.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. The give is to Bell. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Set. Blue 30.
A give to Bell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now the Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd down.
Could be a blitzer.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. Well, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.